What's up guys, AsgardsChamp here. Just a quick one before I start the episode. For some reason my microphone settings had reset overnight and I didn't realise. So this episode my audio sounds absolutely terrible. So first of all, apologies for that. I just wanted to give you guys a quick heads up before the episode starts. Hopefully it sounds better now. But yeah, just forewarning you that it sounds pretty terrible. Hopefully you still enjoy the episode and I'll see you guys there. Alright then guys, what is up? I'm AsgardsChamp. Welcome to episode 34 of my playthrough for Total War Saga, Thrones of Britannia. As always, links down in the description below to my social media, Instagram and Twitter. If you want to give me a follow over there, that'd be greatly appreciated. Now let's have a little recap then as to what happened at the end of the last episode, or sort of what situation we were left in by the end of the last episode. So we had this army sitting outside Dyflin, which we are going to definitely deal with in this episode. They look pretty beaten up. I think they have been fighting down in the south of Ireland, lost a battle and been forced to kind of retreat this way. Obviously not good for them because they've come right into my path and I'm definitely going to be finishing them off. Then if we look over in Wales, we've got a couple of armies. So we've got Guthfrid's army over here, who is going to be moving over to the east, and he's going to come into England and help out shortly once he's made his mark over here and taken these settlements. I think in the south of Wales we've got a couple of armies. Yeah, we do, but the Anglo-Saxons also have a couple of armies down here coming after us, so we need to be a bit careful. Probably bring up this army as well, or maybe even send this one back, just so they're together. We don't want to get caught out by two of their armies. That won't be good for us. And a bit further north then, yeah, we've got the Bringers of Ragnarok over here. We just defeated this army, so we'll probably finish them off and then go and take Oswaldistro back. At least that's the plan. It looks like Dyflin have taken this, or they're going to take this settlement probably. They're right next to it. But also they've recruited some more troops, so we need to watch out for them. Another army of the Anglo-Saxons down here in the south. They all seem to be turning up now in England, which is not good for us, but it's fine. We'll have to deal with it. And then we've also got the Dragon Slayers who defeated the army of Sussex in the last episode, and now we're going to move these guys south. I think they've already moved this turn. And the last one I guess to mention is up in the north. Sorry, further north than this. We've got the Death Givers, who are a bit beaten, a bit bad. I think they've taken attrition due to having low supply. But there's this army of Lachlan who are, again, been really annoying, just running around everywhere. So I'm actually going to move these guys back into this settlement here. So I've got a feeling these guys are going to embark onto the ocean. I'd rather get these guys replenished a little bit so that we can give chase to them. And given the amount of income we've got, I may even raise a very small force here just to go and take Thurso back. Then they can't raise any more armies over here because for too long they've been a bit of a thorn in our side. Now we've also had a rebellion over here, which we need to deal with at some point, but I'm not going to rush there to do that. Maybe we'll raise a small force at some point. But that's about it. So I think unlike most episodes, we're not at the end of a turn here. So we do need to decide what we're doing. Now let's move Guthfrid over this way. Actually, we're going to try to take Rudglan over there, which will be on the next turn, I would imagine. And in the south of Wales here, so I've got a couple of options. Either I bring the Swords of Wayland down. Thing is, they're not particularly well replenished, and I can't see how well replenished these guys are. Now we would outnumber them for sure still, but it's not ideal. It's not ideal. Then if I move these guys north, we're going to be giving up this settlement. It's probably not the end of the world though, actually, come to think of it. Probably the smart move is to keep them together but keep them replenishing as well. So we shall do that. I'm fully expecting this settlement to probably get taken next turn, but if these guys split up or anything like that, we'll pounce on them. Then let's move a bit further over. So we've got Bringers of Ragnarok. I think we're going to go and destroy this army. Oh, they're running off, but we will chase them. We don't want them replenishing or anything like that. We'll auto-resolve this and we'll fight it defensively. So that's perfect. We will take on the warriors for a little bit of replenishment. Killed an enemy in battle, and we can actually take Oswaldistro this turn as well, so let's do that. And that'll see these guys replenish a bit quicker as well. They are actually low on forces. I'm actually going to recruit maybe, well, what are they low on? Probably swordmen. And I think it was like 2 units of cav that they lost as well. in that last battle. You know what, let's go for it. Take 1 swordsman and 2 sets of Thane horsemen. Yeah, cool. Income's hardly even touched by it, although the income seems to be up and down a little bit. I'm not too sure why. I think I'm doing something wrong more than likely, but it'll be fine. Okay, and who else have we got then? So if we move over to the east this way, we've got the Dragon Slayers. However, the Dragon Slayers are going to have to stay put for now. I think with the Dragon Slayers I might bring them down this way and start attacking these settlements here, shoring up the kind of centre of our line, because at the moment Defner kind of got free reign and there's some rebels there as well who will be ripe for the taking. And did we move, I think it's the Bringers of Ragnarok up here. Sorry, the Death Givers. Yeah, we did. We put them in that settlement. So that's fine. They can stay there. Let's double check, make sure there's no other armies. I've got Uhtred. Where was he? Okay, sure, yeah, we need to deal with these guys. Let's do that in a second. We've also got Ragnald, who, yeah, they're all staying put. Alright then. So, let's grab the Sons of Woden and come and attack these guys. They're going to run. Now, we'll fight this one on the battlefield. We're probably, if we auto-resolved it, we would be very likely to win. However, yeah, let's fight it anyway. It's not perfect, is it? So, let's do it. Cool, right, let's see you guys on the battlefield. Alright, we are attacking here. I'd rather not attack in the rain. Let's wait this one out. Rain again. And rain again, let's go for the last one. And rain again. Alright, fine. Looks like we are fighting in the rain. So, just having a look at their sort of army comp. Looks like they've got a ton of skirmishes. So we're not likely to win the skirmish battle here, but yeah, they've got like 5 or 6, maybe even more units of skirmishes this whole front row here, I believe. They've got a little bit of cav. They've got 3 units to match my 3 units. They may even have a 4th one, I can't remember. They could be hidden in the trees there, I'm not sure. Now for the melee units that they've got, well, they've got kind of like militia feared spearmen. They are tier 3, some tier 2 as well. Yeah, nothing that concerns me majorly. I think we'll be okay in this one. Now, in terms of my skirmishes, they can deploy a bit ahead and potentially even deploy them behind as well. Can I? No, I don't think I can. Okay, I'm probably not going to do that though. I want to keep them behind my line. And what I'm thinking is use my cavalry to take out their skirmishes, seeing as though that's where they have an advantage. The difficult bit's going to be that they've also got some cavalry as well, so I need to watch out for that. I'm thinking sort of load up on the left-hand flank, seeing as though that's where they look to be the weakest, defeat them, try and deal with these guys with spearmen and so on. But yeah, I'll deploy the troops and then I'll be back with you in a second. Alright then guys, so I've got everyone deployed. Pretty much as I said, what I've done is put some shielded swords, axes and spears on the front line here. I've kept the spears on the left-hand flank, although actually that's wrong. They're supposed to be on the right-hand flank. So let's move those guys around. Alright, so the reason they're on the right-hand flank is because we're going to be dealing with these 2 cavalry units with these spears. Now, if any of them get through, I want spears to be on that front line so that they can defend against them, whereas on the left-hand flank, we've put all my cavalry here. They're going to deal with their cav on the left and then hopefully run into their skirmishes as the front lines engage. So that needs to be timed quite well. And then I've got a bunch of axemen, like berserkers and axemen here on the left-hand flank of the front line, just to deal with, well, so they can try and get round to flank and so on. Now, I've got skirmishers behind. There's only 3 units for myself. They are armoured, so they should last a bit longer. However, they've got just way more, so they're probably going to focus down those units and do some damage against them, and then my general right behind. So we'll get the battle started, and as usual, I'll be back with you once it all kicks off and the action begins. Alright, so I think I'm actually within range of their skirmishes. They seem to have quite a long range on them, so we're probably going to start getting shot at in a minute. Yep, already they've started shooting, so I'm going to come and focus down their archers. Let's bring the cav out this way. Let's start shifting everyone up into position now where we want them. These spearmen on the right need to be careful. Don't want these cavalry units getting behind us. That's kind of the key, I guess. Let's actually get these guys charging in now as well. Move the spearmen up. Let's keep the general back a little bit as well. Pop him in shield wall in a second. And looks like they've brought all their cav over to the left-hand flank, or most of. They've actually brought some spearmen over, which is quite clever for the AI. They don't normally do that. Good for them. But we've got these axemen who can deal with them quite comfortably, I think. These guys are going to clash and engage very shortly. And we've got 4 units of tough spearmen to bring in on this side as well, which is good. Hopefully they'll screen against these cavalry units. Let's actually try to charge them in now, if we can. Let's get these cavalry taken out. And let's flank him with these guys as well. Get the general up a little bit just so his influence is a bit closer, and then we'll pop him into shield wall, I think. So actually send 2 of these units of spearmen round. Yep, get these guys in the backs of here. Someone's getting routed, it looks like over this way, so let's get these guys charged in. I think they're generals there, that's probably why that's happening. Where are my cav? Here they are. Let's get them charging in against their skirmishers. I think we're doing alright so far. Yeah, the more of the skirmishers we can take out, the better. They're putting some in the woods there, which isn't good for me really. Let's pull these cavalry units across. We don't want them fighting in the trees, but they've got a bunch of skirmishers over here who we can charge into. They've all blobbed up as well, which is perfect. Enemy general's dead, that's good. Let's pop a rally for my troops. Looks like the skirmishers are running off now as well. Let's get these guys charging into the back. The berserkers have actually gone berserk. They're not controllable anymore for myself. Never mind, that's fine. I think we've got this one in the bag, guys. Yeah, the berserkers have, I can't select them at all. Alright, these guys have all been routed. Let's pull the cav back for another charge. Berserkers are now controllable again, so let's get them in. Send 1 unit after that unit that's running off. I'm not sure what they're doing. And let's send the rest in this way. We'll probably cycle charge these guys, I would imagine. I think these guys are all spearmen, but I'm going to charge them in and then run them straight back out once they've got that initial charge off. Hopefully the point is to kind of get them to run away as opposed to actually kill them. These ones have been taken out. Perfect. All these units on this right-hand flank can now run in and surround these units. I don't think we need my horses anymore. Although actually they've got some units over in the trees. Although they're running now. That's fine. Let's chase some of these guys down and then I'll see you guys back on the campaign map. I think that was a fairly successful battle there. Yep, so we lost some troops, 500 odd, well 550, but it's not the end of the world. We're going to get 12% replenishment back and we pretty much took out their entire army. Killed a rank 9 general in battle. That was good. That's perfect. How can we actually run these guys down? I think we can. Let's do it. Auto resolve it. Perfect. Take on warriors again. And I believe we're ending in friendly territory. Well, we are now, so we get that replenishment. We'll get these guys back into Difflin next turn. And that's them sorted. And I believe that was going to be it for this turn. Ragnald was replenishing as well. Let's just check on some of these things. We've got low public order and risk of rebellion. That's not good, actually. Minus 13, minus 10. Actually, I've got some money in the bank. Let's see if we can fix some of these. Tell you what, guys, I'll be back with you once I've had a look, see what we can do. All right, unfortunately, not much I can do. So the reason the public order is so low in most of these is because maybe I only own sort of one territory out of the entire province, let's call it, the entire region. North Mercia is a good example of that. We only have Dor, whereas we don't have access to any of the other buildings, so I can't really build anything until we take these settlements. But the things that are bringing them down is like this iron mine, for example, and over in, where was it? Sudria over here, we've got Assault Works, which is bringing the public order down by 8. So what I'm doing is I'm going to upgrade to a Royal Hall, or a Great Hall, sorry, or whichever one's the next tier up, and that'll increase public order by 1, and then it should unlock another building. I'll build some sort of public order boosting building there as well, and that's how we're going to have to work it, I think, for these, unfortunately. Damaged buildings in Altwaldestro, let's get those repaired. Oh, don't have enough of that one. It's fine, we can do that next turn. It's actually Stafford as well. Yeah, we'll have to do the rest of those next turn. Skills available as well. A couple of guys, so Erngrim. He's a general, brings a Ragnarok. Let's give him a point in Quartermaster. I want to try get my guys as mobile as I can. That's kind of the plan for now. And then Halfdan is governor up in the north. Let's give him points in Scribe. That should be fine. That's it, we'll end the turn there. And next turn, I think the plan will be to take some more of these settlements down in England and kind of shore up our defences a little bit. So let's get to it. Alright, someone's died of natural causes. Aemond, I'm not sure who that guy was, maybe one of our governors. I can't remember his name, but anyway, he was ranked 7, so he's probably not ranked up in a while. But that might mean that there's a governance available. He said he was over in Linkiln. Yeah, so there's no governor here now. Let's assign one. Who do we want to give this spot to? Probably someone fairly new candidate. I don't really see any kind of benefit for any of these guys. But I think these guys will already either be a governor or a commander. So it's going to have to be one of these candidates, I think. Let's give it to the one who's fearless. Actually, no. We'll give it to the hunter because in a defensive siege that could benefit potentially. Alright guys, so me being stupid, it wasn't North Riding at all. It was Linda Siege down here that I need to give it to. So we'll appoint that governor there. That's all good. Alright then, so let's first of all start, I guess, by bringing these guys down, the Dragon Slayers. Now, I want them to come this way. So yeah, bringing them into Linkiln is probably the next best thing. Give them a bit more time to replenish, and then we'll move them across. I noticed a couple of the armies of the Anglo-Saxons moving south, this one in particular. So let's leave them to it. Also, the two that were over here threatening these two have kind of split up, which is good. It's good for me. It means that with the Bringers of Ragnarok, we can probably start thinking about besieging this settlement here. That's probably where these guys are heading, to challenge them, and within a few turns we should have Thor's Hammer down there. There's an army of Defin over here on the sea, just noticed that now. Let's leave them for now. Occupy this settlement. I don't think they'll be able to move again after that. No, so they're stuck there for this turn, so that should hopefully deter these guys from landing on my shore. And another thing we can do potentially is bring one of these armies north to intercept this one, while the Bringers of Ragnarok lay siege to that settlement. And then we've got the Swords of Wayland over here as well, who they're not fully replenished, but the 16 units versus 11 over here, I think we should win that fight. So let's pop these guys into this settlement to keep replenishing. And let's bring these guys around this way. Yeah, let's bring them this way. I would like the Bringers of Ragnarok to replenish a little bit more before taking on this siege here, because it's quite big, but given that we've got another army here, I feel like we'll be okay. So let's get a ram, 3 towers, and maintain that siege. I imagine with the big garrisoned units, they're generally weaker units, so we should be okay. Plus they're not terribly understaffed. There's enough of them, I think. Alright, and do we have anyone else on the mainland of England to worry about? I don't think so. No, I think that's everyone. Let's just have a quick look through the armies then. So it brings a Ragnarok over here. Yep, they're fine doing their thing. Uhtred just defeated the army of the Anglo-Saxons. We want to get him back into Dyflin. And then there's Ragnald of the Deathgivers, who... Yeah, so it looked like the army of Lachlan there settled themselves back into the settlement. Now, it's a bit of a problem because there's 19 units in this army now. Now, they're not fully replenished, but neither am I. So it's a little bit concerning. I'm wondering if I bring them this way. Yeah, if I keep them just within my borders, so I still get a little bit of replenishment for next turn. And then hopefully we can still attack them next turn, besiege the settlement. Our supplies with this army running low though, so whatever we do, it's going to have to be quick. Like, we're going to have to attack straight away. We're not going to have time to encircle them. Well, we'll play that one by ear. We're going to have to just see what happens, I think. Low public order, we've still got. And risk of rebellion, we've still got. But we kind of know about those, so that's fine. And we had some damaged buildings, didn't we? So it's Oswaldistro and Stafford. Let's get those replenishing. Or repairing, sorry. And then next turn our income should shoot up a little bit as well. But yeah, we're making pretty good money now, which is good. But yeah, I think we can end the turn there again. Alright, looks like we've got another battle to fight. They're coming in thick and fast, these battles now, which is good. Good for the YouTube videos. So they have 11 units, all fully replenished, and they look pretty strong as well. Earl's Horsemen, decent cavalry those, I think. Mailed Spearmen, Mailed Thanes. My guys are a bit beat up and not the best troops, but hopefully we'll have the numbers advantage. My Thane Horsemen probably not going to be up to scratch to deal with their Earl's Horsemen, so we're going to have to play this one very defensively and see how it goes. It is only a 2-star general though versus our 4-star. Balance of powers in our favour as well, so we'll see how it goes, but I'll see you on the battlefield for this one. Right then guys, so I'm defending on this one. We're on a bit of a downward slope, which doesn't go in our favour, so I'm going to set the troops up back here. I'm probably just going to do the usual formation, use the trees to my cavalry's advantage and try to use my spearmen to ward off their cavalry. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not going to spend ages explaining. You've seen it a few times before now, so I'll get the guys set up and then I'll be back with you. Alright guys, so usual sort of formation, spears on the flanks, spears at the back on the flanks as well, just to cover against their cavalry, and shielded units to the front, skirmishers behind them, general right behind there as well, everyone in shield wall formation apart from the back line. And I've also hidden a couple of units of axemen here. Going to try and get some flanks in with them, and somewhere over here I've got my cavalry. Yep, so these guys are going to try and charge into the back of their line when they get a chance, so I'll take out the skirmishers or something like that. So usual stuff. I'll start the battle and then I'll be back with you once the action begins. Alright guys, so once their units break this tree line, I think we're in range of them. They're actually already shooting at me. They've got one unit of cav on each side is what I've noticed, so I'm actually going to bring these guys forward a little bit. And same with these guys, because I think they're going to find my axemen coming dangerously close. I was hoping that wouldn't happen, but never mind. In fact, you know what? Now that they have been discovered, let's charge my cavalry in on them. 2 against 1 should be fine, and I've got my spearmen as well. Need to watch for this right hand flank too. And that means my axemen are now free to kind of come out this way. Let's charge them. They've been very indecisive. Looks like they've thrown their cavalry into my spearmen over there, which is good. Good for us. Let's get my axemen charging in over here. It looks like it's a poor matchup for ourselves, but let's do it. It's because they're strong male Thane units. Let's pop a rally as close to that side as we can. And let's charge these guys in the back. Nice, we've managed to see off one of their units of cavalry. Let's get the rest of these guys charged in here. Take out their second unit of cavalry. That will be a massive boost for ourselves. Looks like they've got some skirmishers over there as well. Deal with them once this cavalry is dealt with. Now for our skirmishers, not actually too sure who to shoot at. I don't want to shoot my own men. Let's go for the general. Let's go for the general, see how that works. Right, all their cavalry is now done for, which is good. So we'll send our cav after their skirmishers and our other unit of spearmen here into their mailed long axemen who are now running, which is perfect. So once these guys are properly running, we'll send these two units into the backs of someone else. I'd rather these guys didn't do a weird formation and end up in the middle of a melee combat. Our cavalry has now caught them. I'm going to need to bring the cavalry back as soon as possible because these are really tough units I'm fighting against, and charging them in the back is definitely going to be what I need to do. Let's actually pull this unit back so we can charge these guys in the back instead. And let's pull these ones to this side to charge these ones in the back. Looks like we can do the same thing with these units here. And my cav is now done. Let's bring them in. Perfect. Looks like it's going in our favour. We are losing troops though, so I do need to watch that. Although, to be honest, at the moment, everyone's kind of engaged. There's not much I can do. We're executing the plan as best as we can. Yep, battle's turning in our favour. That's good. Good news for us. Let's use rally again. And again, just want to boost everyone's morale where we can. Alright, the cav are forming up now. Let's send the cav into the back of the general initially, and then we'll actually use these guys to then charge in straight afterwards. But yeah, an initial cavalry charge into the back of them will be good. You know what, we might do that a couple of times. We don't need to commit the cavalry, the infantry, sorry, if we don't need to. Although strangely, they seem to have broken rank there a little bit, which makes it a bit more difficult for us, I guess. Who are these guys? Mailed sixes. I think they're sword infantry, which means a nice charge into them will be good. Now let's pull these guys back again. Oh, not the horsemen, sorry. Pull them back. Yeah, let's get everyone charged into these swordmen here, and I think we're just about there now. Can't see them lasting much longer than this. We are still losing troops though, left, right and centre, which is not good. Stop my archers from shooting because they're kind of redundant now. I will end up shooting my own men if I'm not careful. These guys are all running, hopefully that's a bit of a chain route. Got 2 units left, one of which is their general. Let's actually send my general in, why not? He's free from being shot at now, so that's good. Yep, all these guys are running, which means hopefully the general will go down quick. He's lasting quite a while. He's only like a 2-star general. We've got a unit of troops running now, I don't know where. One of my sets of skirmishers. I'm not sure why that happened, but never mind. Alright, we've won. Perfect. Let's, I don't know if their general's already dead, but if not, let's chase him down, try kill him. Take out as many of that unit as we can. I think that's about it then, not much else to do, so I'll see you guys back on the campaign map. Nice, so we lost just under 400 men, who we should get back from replenishment fairly easily. Alright guys, we've seen this event before. We usually pick the kingdom comes first, so we're going to do that again. Some traits gained there, all good. Now a couple of things happened between turns. I'm going to quickly go over them. So we've got an army of Defender who did land in the north of Wales regardless of Guthfrid's presence, which is fine. The army of the Anglo-Saxons has moved up to, well, I can only assume, help out with this siege. So we will send our army up there as well to help out. We obviously defeated the enemy over here we need to replenish with the Swords of Wayland, and that was about all to report on. Other than that, everyone stayed pretty much where they were. So with that said, I'm going to end the episode there, guys. I'm trying to keep them to around the half an hour mark. If they go over, that's fine, but try and keep them around there. So if you made it this far, make sure you hit like on the video, just help out. If you enjoy this kind of content as well, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell for notifications. And if you've got any tips or feedback or general commentary for me, leave that down in the comments below. So hopefully I'll see you guys on the next one.